Welcome to Buffalo High School Lake Conference Wrestling on CCX Sports. It is match number 2 of the night. The Hopkins Royals and the Wayzata Trojans doing battle here as we jump into our 106-pound matchup. Elijah Sattler and who we got for Wayzata here? Is this
Logan
Swenson? Yep.
2 points on the takedown. Wayzata.
Logan ranked number 3, and he quickly goes to town.
Looking to pick up some work on his takedowns, it looks like. Now he's got Sattler in a deep reverse half, and he's going to catch the pin.
So Logan Swenson will win by fall at 34 seconds for Wayzata.
Logan Swenson.
Nice double leg there by Logan. Here's another one where he comes up with it, gets that reverse half. Plant Sattler down. Picks up the fall.
So now wrestling at 113 pounds from Hopkins.
Not only
Muhammad, and from Wayzata, Hoffman.
Ayub Muhammad for Hopkins and Cohen Hoffman for Wayzata.
I was going to say, not only are there a bunch of Sherbers on the Buffalo lineup, now we've got one reffing for us. Nice shot by Cohen, doesn't quite get deep enough. Needed to clear the arm of Muhammad.
Cohen Hoffman 7-11 record this year for the Trojans.
Now he gets a little deeper, still doesn't clear the arm though, and that seems to be the problem for him. Muhammad using that length to his advantage.
Reminder that this is being live streamed on twitch.tv.
Another shot by Cohen, doesn't get as close as the other ones. Now short drags out of it, gonna pick up the
2
takedown.
points on the takedown. Hoffman.
It's a nice transition. He doesn't have much real estate here. Looks like he's probably going to run out.
Both guys just kind of waiting for the whistle there a little bit, I think.
Yep.
Now we get it.
They give you a little more leeway when you're on the mat versus on your feet. Less chance that you're going to fall on the hardwood. Going with a little spiral ride, trying to break Muhammad down.
We saw Muhammad in the match with Buffalo able to get up to his feet pretty easily. He did end up getting pinned in that match by Aiden Herbst of Buffalo, but
yeah, hard to hold down. And he uses his length to his advantage here, trying to get a jump on the ref. Ref doesn't like it.
Deep waist caution. First go.
almost looked like that was could have been a pick'em on who that got the
Who
caution
put
there.
the caution on?
Yeah, they both were jumpy.
Slide out of bounds, get a fresh start. Hoffman's transition from his stance to his ride is interesting. He's switching sides on his deep waist. He starts out with a deep waist on the right, then he's switching to the left, and it's really, that time he didn't do it, and this time he wrapped up a wrist. A little more effective. He's getting the pressure that he wants. Look for a cross-face cradle maybe.
Period's about to come to an end here, so Hoffman will keep that 2-0 lead here through 1. So you get a look at Eric Swenson, the Trojans head coach, and obviously he's got a good team this year, and they've got a lot of young guys coming up. They expect to be good, and like a typical coach, talking about the postseason. He said, "Oh, we just got to make sure we get there. We got to keep everybody, no outbreaks and everything." And I think that's kind of the fear and the thought for a lot of the programs around the state that you want to do your best to stay in position to compete for some championships or some placings. And obviously, like we said, the state and section tournaments are going to look a lot different this year, and going to be fewer wrestlers that make the state tournament, and owing to COVID, and also very limited fans, and to our dismay, very limited media too. But it is what it is this year.
Yeah, for all the things that a coach has to think about during a season, and this just adds to it. Going with a front headlock, but he doesn't have much space to finish it. If he can draw Muhammad back into the mat, he's trying to do that. But not able to, and they're going to get a fresh start. That's the second false start by Muhammad, and the ref's going to give him a pass. Nope, he's did not give him the pass.
Hoffman, that early takedown, but has kind of had trouble solving Muhammad a little bit. Just as I say that, he gets in on a nice single.
Yeah, he heard you and answered you. He's got a Turk in, but he's not using it yet, and he looks like he's going to lose it. He does. Now going for a crossface cradle. Muhammad's length is causing some problems. He can just reach out his arm and block his progress. I'll switch into a butcher. That might be more effective. He's not getting quite the torque that he needs to turn him. Now he might. Nope.
Shuffling around, trying to get the optimum amount of pressure on there to get that turn, but not going to be able to do it.
Not much time left.
So we get to the end of the second. Hoffman one takedown in each period. He'll lead 4-0 heading to period 3, and he will choose both up.
Oh, little club. Ref didn't like how heavy that was, and he's just going to go straight with the penalty point.
Awarded to Hoffman.
Don't think it was malicious. It was probably just a little bit of excitement. They're both in an over-under tie. Muhammad in on a shot, does not get much leverage on the leg. Hoffman's sliding back out of bounds. We'll start over in the middle. Not much action right now.
Now, Hoffman's wrestled a decent match, but I think they want a little more up-tempo and a little more energy from him.
Here he's sprawled, and he's going to get a side cradle. This might be a more effective move against Muhammad. He's still got to turn the hips over, though. He got the takedown, but what he's trying to do is jump behind the legs. He got behind one. That might be enough. Coaches are asking him to slide his hips back down towards the mat.
Could be close to a stalemate here.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to call it with the cradle on.
Right.
Boy, Muhammad is a very flexible young man. And he's using his length again to stymie the top opponent. It's going to probably save him here with not much time left on the third period.
Yeah, it looks like Hoffman's going to have to end up settling for a simple decision here as he's not able to get a turn. He will win the match, though, by a 7-0 count here for the Trojans. So he gets his 8th win of the season. Cohen Hoffman with the victory for Wayzata. Go to 120 as you look at Derek Agate there for Hopkins. See if they'll have anybody. They did not have anybody at 120 in the first match.
Looks like Charlie Pettit's coming out.
At 120 pounds from Wayzata, Charlie T.
So Charlie Pettit will get the forfeit win for Wayzata here in our 120-pound match.
Now wrestling at 126 pounds. For Wayzata, Lewis Scott. And for Hopkins, Ty Schmidt.
Ty Schmidt will come out for Hopkins, Lewis Scott for Wayzata, and there's Scott putting him to his back immediately.
Yeah, got a side cradle in right out of the gate.
Scott also looking for his 8th win of the year, like Hoffman just got a moment ago.
Now he's got his hips turned over. This is a tough position. Yeah, he catches the fall. Quick pin for Lewis Scott, a senior.
29 seconds is all that it takes for Scott as he came out and got that immediate takedown and into the cradle.
And for Hopkins, Ty Schmidt.
Comes in from a single leg. Schmidt tries to defend it, but goes to his side, which leaves him open to that side cradle. And you see Scott turn it over right there, turns his hips over. Now he can really adjust and catch the pin.
For Hopkins, Gabriel Bosmans.
Bozeman's for Hopkins, Cal Lonquist, one of the top guns for Wayzata, and Lonquist will get the pin in 22 seconds.
Nice armbar. Lonquist shoots right off the whistle on most of his matches, and they know it's coming, but he still is able to do it.
Cal got his 100th win a couple weeks back, on the same night actually as his teammate Kyler Wong.
Here's the armbar that he finished with. Nicely run in a nice angle. Catches that far arm for an underhook.
We go to 138. Kyler Wong for Wayzata has him in trouble already here. Mark Gonzalez for Hopkins. Wong is ranked number 3 at 138.
Wong is a hammer on top. He's very, very good. He's got a lot of different weapons he can turn you with. He can turn and pin. He kind of smothers his opponents. Gives a free release.
Make it 8-1 here for Wong.
It's in on a single. Able to pull it out. Nice trip.
Now a 10-1 lead.
With that 2-on-1 roll through tilt, he's getting some swipes. He doesn't quite have a very good angle, but it's enough to get the tip.
Make it 13-1. See if Wong will now look to try and go for the pin, or if he's gonna.
He's got this arm bar in tight, and he's just kind of wrenching him over instead of running it. And that seems to be effective, so then he reverses the half. And this is a pin or tech fall situation with 30 seconds left. Wong is either going to pin him or get the tech fall. And there's your answer. Picks up the fall.
So 1:32 the time of the pin for Kyler Wong for Wayzata. And the Trojans go up 27-0. 3 pins in a row here, all in the first period. 2 of them within the first half minute.
Now wrestling 145 pounds for Wayzata,
Isaiah Schmitz for Wayzata and Patrick Kubisa for Hopkins here in our 145-pound match. Schmitz is 15-8. We saw Kubisa, and we're pretty impressed by him as a freshman. He ended up getting pinned against one of Buffalo's best, but I thought he did a pretty good job hanging in there.
Yeah, he fought well, and this will be an interesting match. Both underclassmen. We saw what Kubisa did last time. Schmitz had a win against a ranked wrestler this year. And, like typical underclassmen, he's had some inconsistencies too, but this will be interesting to see how this match goes. Schmitz's strength is his gas tank. He goes the entire match.
Yeah, this one probably on paper may be the best matchup of this duel. Obviously, Hopkins is going to be kind of outmatched at many of the weights here, and they'll have some open ones coming up later as well. But this is one where you could say, okay, this one should be pretty good.
Nice double by Kubisa. Isn't able to finish. Schmitz is able to get his hips into him. There he is, same double. This time he runs right through it, finishes. Schmitz comes up to that tripod. Kubisa doesn't want to have to deal with it. Now Schmitz goes for his own double, and Kubisa with the lat drop. He's going to get the takedown, but he's not going to get any swipes out of it, and Schmitz comes out with almost with the reversal. These guys are scrambling. Another lat drop attempt. This time he puts himself potentially in danger, but not enough time. Kubisa is not scared to throw.
Yeah, this is one where they're not sure on what all took place scoring-wise there. They got a 3-2 Schmitz, but I don't think that's correct, as Kubisa had that takedown. Or maybe it is correct.
I think it is correct.
Yeah.
Point of information at that table.
Kubisa got the first takedown.
In all that scramble after that, there was nothing more in terms of points.
No, there wasn't. It looked like a few moments where it could have been, but
I like that they were willing to speak up and immediately stop and let's get this figured out now, because sometimes people wait and then ask an official to try and remember what happened a couple minutes ago, and that's not fair.
Okay. Yeah, no, you were right. The score is definitely wrong.
So 4-1 for Kubisa.
Schmitz had escaped. Score is correct, 4-1 in favor of Kubisa of Hopkins.
Still anybody's match for sure as we go to period number 2.
Schmitz coming out hard with the right-hand collar tie here, trying to push the pace a little bit.
You got to think Schmitz, being the weight he's at, he probably gets some pretty tough practice partners in that Wayzata room too, and that can't help but make you better.
It's just the nature of good programs. When you have good kids around you, the ones that are coming up are going to get tough. And he's been around a while too. He's been in the youth. He's been wrestling as a youth wrestler, and he's done all the big tournaments. And this was his first opportunity to at a weight class that didn't have a very experienced upperclassman in front of him.
Kubisa still leading at 4-1 as we pass the halfway point of the second period here.
Nice shot to a single leg, and limp arms to the finish. Very nicely done. And there's the 2. I'm getting more impressed when I watch this kid.
And he seems to be solid in terms of balance and everything too. He's not getting himself way overextended. Well, just as I say that, he's up a little high here and gets reversed.
Gets reversal, and he nearly put Schmitz on his back there with that move. But Schmitz fought very hard to get out of it and got the reversal with short time left. Late reversals are very frustrating for coaches. Well, at least the coach of the wrestler that got reversed. You always want a chance to respond.
Schmitz just kind of gives you the feeling of a guy who's going to come after it no matter if he's wrestling a first-year guy or a state champion.
It's the same pace. There you can see that that little roll through, but he lost the leg hook, and that was his downfall. Schmitz was able to come back out on top. Let's see, it looks like, did they?
Yeah, he chose both up, I believe.
I thought he chose down. I think Schmitz chose down. Do we have the wrong choice?
Yeah, I think there was confusion on whose choice it was, because I definitely saw Kubica say both up.
So yeah, it was Kubica's choice.
And Eric Swenson is certain that isn't right, that it shouldn't be his choice.
Well, Swenson gets his way. Or doesn't get his way, I guess. Oh, Autumn was? Okay, so they gave Kubica gave a free release to Schmitz, so that's what happened. That's why they started back up. I think Schmitz wanted to choose down, and Kubica was saying, I want both up, meaning that he's going to give him a free escape. So we're back on our feet. We got some excitement. Schmitz on a deep single, switches off to a double, gets the takedown. And now he's going to go cut him. He likes his chances on his feet. He's having some success there. He didn't get quite as deep. Shoots right back in. You can just see the pressure that he's like a dog on a bone when he's wrestling. He just does not stop coming at you. Now he finishes the takedown. He's got as a half.
Yeah, it was interesting how even though Schmitz was trailing, he still felt like I'm the aggressor here. and that's the way it sort of worked out. He's up by a point now. Minute to go, kind of gut check time. What kind of shape are we both in here? And then we get a stalemate.
Like I said earlier, he has a win over a ranked wrestler, and it's just because that's how he wrestles against everybody. And I don't think that person was anticipating that type of pressure the entire match from an underclassman who hasn't been established.
Yeah, the people that are facing the Trojans, they all know about Wong and Lundquist and Cale Swenson and all that through this middle part of the lineup, but Schmitz kind of stayed his case that he deserves some pretty good respect as well.
Absolutely. He's got an armbar and a wrist. He's looking for a tilt here. 30 seconds left. Kubica needs to get away to put this thing into overtime. Schmitz is looking to get to the beach, which would be out of bounds, and he gets there.
So 19 seconds left, 8-7. As we said, this one probably will be the best one on paper of the match.
And it has
definitely turning out that way.
Schmitz clamps him down, only 15 to go. Kubica is definitely not giving in. He's trying to fight back up to his feet. He does, goes for a Granby roll and gets away late with that Granby roll.
So we're evened up and overtime looming here.
Wow, great match. I think they got the scoring wrong on that, but they'll figure it out.
Yeah, should be 8-8. Like we have on the screen on the board here. And this is what, when you get to try meet, the home scorekeeper knows when it's Buffalo, they know who's who.
Right.
But when it's two other schools, sometimes it's easy to kind of get mixed up on which is home and which is away. Second referee is now making sure that they're waiting until ready. So we go up sudden death, 1 minute on the clock here. Kubica and Schmitz, great match at 145.
Nice shot again by Schmitz. He got in deep, and he's looking to finish off with that backside double. Isn't able to this time. Kubica has a nice whizzer, but Schmitz limp arms out, but there's not enough space. And look for Schmitz to go back to that single leg. And there's something that I'm seeing that might be a problem. Schmitz's left shoelace is untied, and that could cost him the match if the ref finds it. But if he finishes this single leg, it won't matter.
Just trying to drive forward. He's close, but
now he's up. Now he's got his head outside, and he can really drive it over and finishes with the double. Great match by these two young men.
Schmitz will take a 10-8 overtime victory here. And Trojans get a good win there, and that's what's so great. I mean, obviously the team score is going to be pretty lopsided, but you can still have some really good ones along the way like that one.
It's the beauty of, here's that double finish. He just really drives his hips up. You could see that Schmitz started to get the better of him on their feet in the second half of that match, and that was the difference. So like Cale Swenson coming up next.
Cale Swenson with the quick takedown there for Wayzata.
Cale's a #1 ranked kid in the state, one of the top.
Jack Borkin for Hopkins, Cale Swenson for Wayzata.
One of the top kids in the state pound for pound, and here he's going for an assassin. This should be a very difficult move to get out of, and it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
And he will indeed get the pin in just 32 seconds. Cale got his 200th win not long ago, and that's getting into some pretty rare territory to have that. So he, like his brother earlier, getting a pin. And the Trojans steamrolling Hopkins here at 42-0 right now.
Swenson, one of 2 state champs on this mat tonight, returning state champs.
Yep, RJ Chacolas for Hopkins will be coming up at 220.
Here's the assassin that Swenson's putting on here. You can see he steps over with it, and this just gets really, really tight. You can see how tight it is there from this angle.
Check that, 160 pounds.
As a matter of fact, the bottom guy's trying to pin himself.
And from Hopkins,
Amir Mansour for Hopkins and Adam Cherney for Wayzata as Cherney gets the quick takedown there.
It doesn't get any easier for Hopkins here.
Yeah, Cherney is 16-5 on the season.
The state qualifier last year as a freshman. And he's got a Turk in here on Mansour. But he's not quite going. Now he is. Now he's going to try to turn the face, and although he's going to, looks like he's losing the turn. No, coaches are telling him to cut. Start back on their feet, get another takedown. Adam's good in all aspects of his wrestling, but he's especially good on top. Nice single leg.
Score the takedown here. They're to the edge and probably have to bring him back for a restart. Yeah, that win for Cale Swenson, by the way, his 210th of his career.
Wow, that's a lot of wins.
Caution. Wayzata, first caution.
He's going for his patented cradle. He's going suicide finish on it. This is where Adam is so tough. He gets the win even though he doesn't have the grip on it.
21 seconds from Wayzata, Adam Cherney.
So Cherney wins by fall at 121, and I think we're going to have a few open weights probably here for Hopkins coming up.
Accepting the forfeit for Wayzata at 170 pounds, Nelson Kukowski.
Nelson Kukowski will win by forfeit at 170 for Wayzata.
Kukowski's been a JV wrestler who's gotten a few varsity spots.
Accepting forfeit at 182 pounds from Wayzata, Dominic Heim.
Dominic Heim will receive a forfeit for the Trojans at 182.
Chase Ullum.
Chase Ullum will get a forfeit win for the Trojans at 195, so we go up to 220. And RJ Chikolas out there for Hopkins.
From Hopkins, RJ Chikolas. And from Wayzata, Gage Opp.
And Gage Opp for Wayzata.
Gage is a young, inexperienced wrestler. He started last year. And this is tough sledding for him, but he's a very talented kid, and this is good experience for him, wrestling someone with this type of caliber.
And that's what people, you kind of forget about sometimes, is that some of the matches, besides your top guys, your Longs, your Longquists, your Swensons, those become really important. And when you get into like a section final or a state, team quarterfinal, something like that, where maybe a guy can just avoid getting pinned or give it a good effort, it can matter too.
Absolutely, those are the things that win the match here. And this Collis has a half Nelson on Opp. Now reverses it.
And Chikolas is going to get the pin at 55 seconds for Hopkins.
5 seconds from Hopkins. RJ Chikolas.
So he gets his second pin of the night, and I don't think we'll probably have a heavyweight match here from what we understand.
I think Wayzata's going to send out Watkins. Oh yes, Hopkins doesn't have a heavy.
95 pounds to be at heavyweight. Keandre Watkins.
So Keandre Watkins will come out and get his hand raised as Hopkins a little thin in the upper weights, having to forfeit 4 weights. So 72-6 is the win for the Trojans.
175th.
And that was the 175th win for Chikolas of Hopkins. He's already the all-time wins leader. And if you get a chance, go to our website too, ccxmedia.org, and check out Jason Melillo, my coworker, did a nice story with RJ too. So great performance by Chikolas. So that does do it for match number 2 of our tri-meet here at Buffalo. It is Wayzata 72 and Hopkins 6. It's Wayzata and Buffalo coming up in our finale in just a moment on CCX.